Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on dollar store makeup. I've been seeing a ton of tags for this, and I thought it would be super fun to go to the Dollar General and check out and see what new makeup they have, if any, and do a full face. So everything that I picked up in here is from Dollar General. The only things that I did not have is a powder, which I'm going to use a dollar powder from SHOPMISSA. These are only $1. And then a face primer, which is also from SHOPMISSA. These are only $1. If you are new here, what's up? My name is Tasha. I hope you will subscribe to my channel and click that bell notification so that you're notified each time I upload a video, which is 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And we are thinking of now doing Saturdays, but we will see what happens. So without further ado, I'm going to quit rambling and we are going to go ahead and get into applying all of this dollar store makeup to my face. Wish me luck. So, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and start taking everything out. I'm just going to quickly hold everything up for you guys so that we can go ahead and get into the video straight away without making you guys wait. So, I picked up this nude eyeshadow from LA Colors. It looks like it has some pretty promising shades in here. Now, I have been a lover of LA Colors for quite some time, many years. And yeah, I mean, I've had some good luck with their palettes and I've had some not so good luck with their palettes. So this one again is called Nude, I believe. Yeah, it's called Nude. So there's some super beautiful colors in here. We're going to kind of see what we can create. Maybe some sort of like a neutral smoky eye with a pop of color. I don't know yet. We're going to see. I'm also going to use a shade in there for highlights because that is another item that I could not find. And then, oh, really quickly before I get really into everything, I did already do my brows and I used this eyebrow pencil from LA Colors. This is just called a brow pencil. It says Shapes and Grooms Brows. And it was this little guy right here. I believe this was $2. And mine is in the shade medium. It was actually not half bad. What I did was I rubbed it on the back of my hand, the pencil portion. Kind of warmed it up a little bit because it was a little hard. And then it just glided through my brows nicely. So I kind of liked that. I was also able to find an eye primer from Broadway Colors. I have tried some of their makeup and it has actually not been bad. The face primer that I did find that I actually had in my collection, this is also from Dollar General. This is a pore primer and it is very good. So I'm going to use that in conjunction with my other dollar primer. Okay, this one, by the way, is not $1. I believe these are $5 or $6, but I'm telling you guys, this is one of my favorite pore primers. It's so good. It's so good. I also picked up this mascara from LA Colors, and I picked it up because of the brush. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I am like obsessed with brushes like this. I feel like they really get in there and separate my lashes and give me some volume. So then I also picked up a color corrector. This is from LA Colors and it is Conceal It in Peach. I'm going to try to conceal some of those dark under eyes. I also picked up, okay, I have 2 foundations here. And I don't know what I did with the other one. I have to go find it real quick. But I picked up one. This is a brand new one from Broadway. If you saw my makeup collection video, you know that I love this. It is really good. It's super good coverage. This is a brand new one. It still has the plastic seal on it. But then I also picked up the LA Colors, what is it called? LA Colors Radiant Foundation, and I think I tried it before. I don't remember what I thought about it, but I actually re-picked up another one of those, and I was doing stuff with this stuff, like taking photos and stuff, and I don't have that one in the bag. So we will find that one. I also picked up by Broadway the Concealer Cream Camouflaging Concealer in Light Beige. I also picked up another Broadway item because I've tried a lot of Broadway stuff and I like it. This is the Buttery Matte Lip Cream in the shade Blooming Spring. I thought this was so pretty and I thought it really matched the eye palette really well. So super excited to use that. I also picked up a bronzer and a brush in the shade Glowing from LA Colors. I'm not sure about this, you guys. It looks like it has shimmer in it, but there was not a ton of options for like super cheap dollar store bronzer. I am very excited to have found and picked up again the Wet n Wild Color Icon Pearlescent Pink blush. I used to have this years ago and I love this blush. It is so, so pretty. It does have a slight shimmer in it. Okay, it has a pretty big bling shimmer in it, but most of it is an overspray. So when you get down to using this blush, it is just, I mean, look, hey. If you guys are wondering, this is a newer headband. This is not the same one that I had before. This one is from the Creme shop, and I think it is so, so cute. So just in case you were wondering where it was from, that's where it's from. I'm gonna go ahead and kick this video off, starting with my eyes, just in case there is a lot of fallout in this palette. We're gonna go ahead, open this, and prime my eyes, and let that sit for a minute. If you guys have tried any of the Broadway Colors makeup, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you've tried. Also, if you have tried any of the Kiss makeup, there's Kiss, there's RK by Kiss. I think it's RK Beauty by Kiss. Kiss has like 2 or 3 makeup brands, so it can get kind of confusing. Most of the time you're going to find those products at dollar stores, Family Dollars, Dollar Tree. Let me know, have you tried anything out and did you like it? Right, so I'm just gonna grab a palette so that I have a mirror. I was not prepared. Actually, I have a palette down here. Here we go. Now this is not the palette that I'm using on my eyes, guys. I'm just gonna use the mirror. So let's see what this eye primer is all about. It's got a small doe foot applicator here. And it kind of reminds me of the Urban Decay Primer Potion just a little bit. I mean, not the same color or anything. So we're going to go ahead and... I thought I smelled something that smells... I don't know. I can smell something for sure. So it's looking like it's supposed to be like a nude color, which I like in an eye primer. I'm just going to go ahead and start patting that out with my fingers just a little bit. Feels really creamy. Ooh, it feels like it's drying down already. That's kind of nice. On the other side, I'm going to take and use my Flawless Concealer brush like I always do. Now, if you see me use a ton of this product, it's because I have a lot of imperfections on my eyes. And got the dropsies. And also, I just really like to have it nice and bright so that those colors really shine through. Like, I just love my eyeshadow to be super pigmented, so I'm gonna put a little bit more on this eye and use the brush because it seemed to work out a little bit better. I'm actually gonna go in with just a tad bit more on this eye just to build that up, and I'm gonna put it down before I use way too much. Told you guys I am super heavy-handed with makeup at times, and yeah. It's like, Tasha, you are your own worst enemy with some of that stuff. Okay, so upon first application, I'm kind of digging this. I'm going to give it just a few seconds to see if it's going to dry down. And then hopefully we can go straight into eyeshadow. Actually, while we're waiting for that to dry down, we can go ahead and prime my face. I've already moisturized. So I'm just going to go in with my AOA Illuminating Primer. You guys, I love this stuff. It reminds me a lot of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, which I still have some of. It's kind of like a champagne color, only this one's pink. And I honestly think that this one works better. It just gives you that nice, beautiful, radiant, youthful glow. And I honestly have noticed a difference in my makeup when I use this, and I love it. I think it is so beautiful. And I really do feel like my makeup lasts longer with this. And then with most items, I can see the beautiful radiance shine through. And I live for that because I have super dry skin. Just in case you're new. Used a little too much on that side. Alright. That primer is rubbed in. Next, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Broadway Colors Face Primer, and this one is called Blurring Pores. Now, if you are new here, I do have pretty big insecurity when it comes to my pores, so I use a pore primer pretty much daily. Now, what I do try to do is alternate them, because some of the consistencies of them can be a little harsh on your skin. So if I have an event or something to go to, or I'm going to dinner or anything like that where I just kind of want like full glam makeup, like I will use the L'Oreal, what is it called? The L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur, that's what it's called. I'll use that. But for every day, I go in with a lighter pore primers like this one. Even though none of them are that great for your skin, I do know that. But if you're gonna put your makeup on, you might as well either go big or go home and wear it like you like it, you know. All right, guys, face is primed. So I think, yeah, I think that we can go ahead and go into this without setting the eyeshadow. So we are gonna do just that. I'm gonna go in with a blending brush, and I'm just taking my Morphe 532, and I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. You guys will have to excuse me if I'm sounding a little bit hoarse. I think I'm getting a cold because my throat is like kind of scratchy, sore, dry, just, yeah. So going into that eyeshadow palette, I am actually going to ignore how they have like lid, crease, highlight, all that jazz. I'm just going to go into this kind of using what I want to use. So I'm going to go into this lid shade right here. I'm going to put this in my crease as my transition shade to start off. It's kind of a warm brown. Like, wait a minute. So usually, LA Colors is kind of powdery. This does not look like it's powdery. Like, I swirled, well, first I dipped my brush in, and then I swirled it in, and I did not get any kick up at all. That is really weird. So hopefully there's some color payoff here. So I'm kind of nervous. Oh, okay. So I'm kind of nervous, but I do see the color there. So upon first application, it does look like there is some pigment here. What I'm liking is even so far, I'm not seeing any fallout on my face, so that's cool. I'm just gonna build this up. Here's, I'm going to switch brushes and go in with a white synthetic brush and see if I'm able to kind of build here. I'm going to go into a deeper shade here, this little orangey kind of burgundy brownish color right here. These don't have shade names on them, so I apologize for that. They just say like, oh wow, like lid, crease, highlight, so there's no shade names for me to give you guys. So I'm just going to take that same crease shade right here, and we're going to build it up just a little bit more with a smaller crease brush where I can just really get in there and work it out. Now this one's really picking up a lot of color. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but there's still very minimal kick up in the pan. I don't know if you guys can see that. So, so far, I mean, these seem to be pretty nice. And I believe this palette was $4. I will get my receipt when I'm doing the description box and link the prices below for you guys. I'm going to go into, let's see, I'm just going to keep it in this color family here so far before I branch out. I'm going to go into this color right here. It does have some shimmer in it, but it also says that you can use this in the crease. So, I know that this is probably already starting to look similar to a look that I did last week, and I apologize. They only had 2 palettes, and I just was not feeling the other one, so... I'm going to go into one of these dark brown shades here in the palette. And I'm thinking of going with this one right here. Looks really, really pretty. I'm just going to stick that on my outer V here. I'm going with a more precise brush, like a domed pencil brush. Just for a more precise application. And I'm going to go in with the Luxie Mini Tapered Brush, the number 121. If you guys can hear the wind, I apologize. It is so windy out here in the country. Like, it does not play out here. So this shade is reminding me a lot of that beautiful brown color in the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey palette. If you guys know what I'm talking about, leave me a either peanut butter or a honey emoji down in the comments. A peanut butter. I meant a peanut butter sandwich. Leave me a honey emoji down in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Y'all, Felicia's already trying me. We've only been filming for about 30 minutes, and she has already shut off on me. I have got to figure out how to get that sleep mode thing off. She does it quite a bit. Yeah, I don't want to speak too soon, but so far, I am not mad at these eyeshadow shades. Like, and I mean, I've been wearing LA Color since, again, like I was a little girl. I said that before in another video, and I can usually get them to work, so definitely not mad at these. They're very pretty. Just trying to figure out which shade to put on the lid. Kind of pretty. And there's a matte, kind of. All I'm using for brush spray today is this little $1 bottle of Clean Color Pro. It's supposed to be a dewy makeup setting spray. I also bought this on, it was either SHOPMISSA or the Hush app. Again, it was only $1, but I don't like it for my face because I do not feel like it's dewy. Alright, so I'm going to go in with this highlighting shade in the palette. It is kind of this pinky shade right here. I think this is actually supposed to be either for your brow bone or your face, but I'm going to use it for the lid because there's not many options for shimmy shade. There's not many options for shimmy shades. There's not many options for shimmery shades here for your eyelids, so I just thought this might look kind of pretty. It's kind of this pinky, I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty though. Not sure how I'm feeling about that yet. I probably should have cut my crease, because that would have really made it pop. Not sure how I'm feeling about this yet, you guys. I don't know if you can see that. It kind of, I don't know. Just going back in with some of those shades in my crease here, just to fix where this kind of went up a little too far. Y'all know that happens. Just gonna take my finger here and try to apply some of that color. Hopefully it doesn't apply too much. Oh yeah, I should have went in with my finger with this upon first. Just because this shade right here, it did say highlight. So it's probably initially for the brow bone. And so, yeah, it wasn't like full pigment and really creamy like shimmery shades usually are. So, my bad, but we're still gonna make it work. I'm gonna go back in with that outer V shade and just kind of blend some in here to this color. So far, I'm actually kind of liking it. It looks a little sloppy right now, in my opinion. But I'm gonna go ahead and go in here and clean up my crease a little bit, and then blend that out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move on because I feel like it's taking forever on my eyeshadow today. And I know it'll all come together at the end anyways, so I'm not going to keep blending. sometimes I think I do a little too much blending. So I'm just going to take this other highlight shade in here and do the brow bone. Now this one I don't think is shimmery. I think this is a matte highlight. It looks matte to me on my skin. So I don't want to go in with any more shimmer just because I already have it on my lid and the crease. Okay, maybe I lied. Maybe this does have some shimmer in it. But I was just kind of trying to tone that down just a little bit. Because it's pretty loud. But it's all good. It's so weird. My brows are like so light today. I'm probably going to have to go in there and fill some of that in. That pencil was just really light for me, I guess. I have pretty dark brows. So before I move on, I'm going to go ahead and go into that. And then maybe use some brow gel. Now this brow gel that I have that I usually use is by City Color. I got this for $1 or $2 on ShopHush. So, I mean, I couldn't get everything at the dollar store. I apologize for that. I feel like I'm cheating, but I'm not because, I mean, this is still dollar stuff. So... So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on my brows just because I'm much better with brow pomades. Like, I'm not that good with a pencil. So if I sat here and played with my brows the whole time, we would never get the rest of my makeup on. So I'm going to go ahead and continue filling in this one. And I'm just going to not be too precise about it. So if they look a little wonky and jacked up, I'm sorry you have to look at them. Good enough for now. We'll fix them towards the end of the video. So, oh man, just not every product works for my poor brows. So, it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and get into applying some foundation. And I'm just gonna use this lovely BB cream here if I can get it open. There we go. Now, those shades in this are kind of wonky, you guys. They don't have a ton of shades. I would say maybe they have like 6 or 8 shades. So this one is called Beige Glow. And it kind of looks like it is going to be too dark for me. That's Beige Glow. Now, if I would have gotten the other one, it would have been way too light for me. So the shades are a little off. And for the sake of the video, I'm going to double check that I don't have a lighter shade than this. Pretty sure I do not. No, I have Beige Glow. So I'm going to go ahead and mix in a lightener. Otherwise, I mean, now that may be cheating, but I don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa because that looks super orange. It's actually my summer shade. That's why it's so dark. But I meant to get a lighter one that I could actually use for today's video. And I failed. Hopefully the rest of this is not a fail. So it's looking like more like my shade. It may be a little too light now with all the mixing, but that's cool. I will just add in some of the product by itself on my skin just to balance out the color. I think having a mixing tool, like a mixing shade on hand is a great idea. I mean, because who wants to keep running back into the store, you know, exchanging stuff? The only way that it wouldn't work for you is if, like, the undertones were super wrong, and this one's not, but in the event that it was, you wouldn't be able to get away with that. You would actually have to take it back, get your shade, and, you know, move on. I'm just going to go in with a foundation brush and start blending this out. Oh wow, I think this is actually going to work. Maybe not. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of the darker shade here, and I'm just using a very small amount. Just going to dot that all over my face where it needs to be. Just feeling like a mix master here. Try not to take too much. I don't want to be, like I said, Oompa Loompa orange. And from what I remember, this has a really good coverage and it's not drying to the skin, which I love because I have dry skin. Now, I cannot wear a ton of BB creams. This is one of the exceptions to what I can wear. And I really liked this one, I believe. Just kidding, I already know I liked this one, you guys. I told you that in my makeup collection video. Pretty much that's why I grabbed this today. Like, I wanted to try a full face of stuff I haven't used, but I also wanted this to work out. So I was like, well, if the full face of makeup doesn't work out, at least I know that this, at least I know that my base will look nice. So I have some ideas for some new videos this week. I'm gonna pre-film starting tonight when I get done filming this one. Still need some ideas from those of you that are watching my videos of maybe what you do want to see, because I want to also film videos that you guys want to see, not just stuff I want to film. So it's looking a little light on me. I'm going to mix just a little bit more of this and the whitener together, and I'm just going to build some coverage. It does have nice coverage so far, but I'm kind of wanting like a fuller glam kind of bam coverage. So just doing this much, and we are going to see what happens. Okay, so I didn't use as much. I'm just going to mix this in with what is already on my face, which doesn't look, excusez-moi, doesn't look too dark on the camera, but to me in person, it's looking a little dark, but I think it's going to be that perfect mix. Oh yeah, there we go. But I don't know if you guys can tell what kind of coverage I already have. It's so good, you guys. If you have not tried this, this is the Broadway Bb Cream, and it's called Broadway Bb Cream Lightweight Satin Matte Finish in Beige Glow. Again, they have like 6 shades of this. I would say that they do go pretty deep, as you can see. That one's a beige, and it's like a tan color. They do go pretty light as well. I just think that they should have more in between shades, but they are, you know, not a huge brand, so that's what tends to happen with the smaller brands. That's why I think that mixers are such a great idea. You know, if you can't get your shade, then at least you can try to make your shade. You know? Look at that coverage, you guys. Oh my god. This stuff is so good. Like, this is like the second BB cream that I found that I can actually wear. And it's super lightweight. I don't feel like I have a ton of stuff on my face. I'm going to do what I normally do, you guys, and spray my face with my spray that I use just to kind of keep it hydrated, and we will be back. Alright guys, so unfortunately my battery died, and here we are back with the full face still. I'm going to go in with the concealer. This again is the Broadway Concealer Creme, and this one is in light beige. Oh, cool. So I thought it had like a little brush on it. It actually has a doe foot applicator. Nice. So this is actually pretty light in comparison to that BB cream that we just used, which was exactly the same shade. It's kind of weird. But let's see what kind of coverage it gives, if any, and the consistency. Like, are we dry? Are we, what are we? Ooh, I just squeezed way too much out of the tube. You guys, I don't know about me sometimes. I really don't. I think we're good to blend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little cheap dollar spray that I really don't care for, just because I want to keep it dollar stuff, like the dollar store stuff. Wicka, 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 wicka. And I always spray my concealer. And so I'm just going to take my beauty blender. I'm going to go ahead and pounce this into my skin. And then we will set it with some of that AOA powder that I said was $1. That's their brightening powder. Now, when I did my... What video was that? my makeup collection video. I raved about that powder, you guys. It is so good. If you have not tried any of the SHOPMISSA line makeup, it's the AOA Studio. They have some really good products. I was thinking about doing a video. Ooh, not very good coverage. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not covering up my dark circles. So I'm gonna go back in and build that. But anyway, back to the SHOPMISSA makeup. Yeah, like, I've tried out quite a bit of their products. They really have some good products. And it's affordable, and I know what that text was. Daddy's on his way home. So we're gonna go ahead and finish recording until he gets home. Then I'm gonna leave this on, go finish dinner because it's his birthday. And then I will come back and finish recording. We should be good to go just because I'm gonna have to set with powder before I turn the camera off to go finish that. Actually, what I'm gonna do really quickly is add a little bit of that peach corrector from LA Colors. And that's what it's called, is Conceal It by LA Colors Peach. It just has a little brush applicator on it, just to help that concealer conceal some of these dark circles. I have not been sleeping the greatest still, and so, yeah, I've still been dealing with the whole insomnia thing, and, well, unfortunately, when you do not sleep well, your skin tends to basically tell on you. I'm going to start out with a concealer brush just to get better coverage with this. I mean, this actually does work as a color corrector. I also have another one here from LA Colors, and this was $1 as well. This one I picked up at the Dollar Tree several months ago last year, and it's a yellow color corrector. I have not been able to find those again. I actually mentioned that in another video. You guys, that one is really, really good as well. This is pretty good too. As you can see, it's concealing those black under eye circles. So we will put a little bit more of that concealer on top in just a second. I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender and pat it out just a tiny smidge. Really good coverage with that one, you guys. I am loving that. That one was really nice. So again, just a tiny bit of that concealer. I don't want to use too much. And I'm going to start out going in with that concealer brush. This is the Flawless Concealer Brush by e.l.f. If you guys have not tried this, I'm telling you, it is a game changer. This is what I always use to do my eye primer, no matter what eye primer I use. And then sometimes I will go in on my under eye with it because it gives great coverage. But then I also always pat it out with the beauty blender, just because I have to have that smooth look, you know what I'm saying? That's smooth. I'm just being silly. So, there we go. We have some really good coverage going on there. So, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of this powder into the cap, and we are going to dot this on my under eyes. This one's almost empty. Usually I take the sifters of these out just because they drive me insane. Like, I don't want to sit there all day and pat, 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 pat. So I'm surprised that that one still has a sifter in it if it's that empty. Oh. I'll try to use my scissors here to get the sifter out, you guys. I'm not a sifter girl. I keep these upright, and if I travel, I mean, obviously I would put my sifter back in it, but since I'm not, I'm taking it out. There we go. Yes. Now we got some powder to set. Do not play with sifters. I ain't got the time. You hear me? I'm being so freaking silly today. So I'm also going to pick up and go in with this LA Colors Mineral Pressed Powder. And yes, this is a mineral powder pressed foundation, but it's really silky and smooth. So I'm going to use this to set my face and see what happens. Hopefully it's not too heavy because the BB cream is just amazing and it's not heavy at all. So I'm like loving it. But unfortunately, in order for me to be able to blend product, this is going to have to be set because it's pretty tacky still. still pretty tacky. I am going to take my beauty blender and try to set my face that way. Wish me luck, guys, because I've never done this with a powder like this before. Usually, if I do this, it's with a loose powder. I mean, I've taken pressed powder before, but not a mineral powder. So I'm a little nervous that it's going to be, like, cakey. Oh, God, that's pretty. Can you see that? Okay. Nice. And it's adding a little bit of coverage, which is really nice. Not that I think this BB cream needed the help, because the coverage on it is just so pretty. It's pretty well medium coverage in my opinion, which I'm down for, unless, you know, I'm doing a complete full glam look, then I want full, but this was really nice coverage. So it's looking really pretty on the skin, even with the mineral powder. I don't see it looking dry and cakey. My blender keeps falling in the trash. Anywho, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this bake off with one of my eye brushes that I like to use right here. And then I'm just going to set my face with some setting spray to take down any powdery look that I might have. Yeah, you guys, I really like the way this is coming out so far. Now again, I'm gonna have to stop just for a little bit, go finish dinner, not a big deal. By the time I come back, we will be ready to rock and roll with some bronzer, some blush. I'm so excited for this lippy. I've actually used some of their Buttery matte lippies before. These are just kind of like dupes for the NYX lip creams, but these actually dry down a little bit more matte and a little bit longer lasting in my opinion than the NYX matte buttercreams. So, and then I'm excited to try out this mascara just because of the wand. Like, I actually tried out another one this month and I just really didn't like it. LA Colors is not a company that generally makes mascaras that I like, but this wand looks so promising for me, so I'm really excited. So yeah, I will be right back in just a YouTube minute. I gotta go take care of Daddy. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. All right, you guys, I am back. I have just a couple more minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the bronzer, and hopefully we can get into the blush. Nick just texted me that he's on his way home. It usually takes about 10 minutes or so. So I should be able to apply that before the dogs start barking. So here is the bronzer that I picked up, and it's just in the shade Glowing. Again, this is from LA Colors. It looks nice and like a pretty brown. What I'm not too obsessed about is the shimmer that I'm seeing in it, just because I don't like shimmer in my bronzer. I don't think it belongs in there. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, tap off my excess, and let's try to bronze up this face. Oh my. It's not too bad. It's just not my usual. But that's alright. We'll make it work. I'm just not one of those girls that can go without bronzer because I'm so used to being tan that in the winter I'm just like, ugh, it's hard. I mean, I do still have a good, you know, skin tone, I think. I can't complain because a lot of people I know are, you know, tanning and stuff like that. So I'm not going to complain when people are out there spending money to get, you know, the color that I have for the most part. So that would be wrong. So I'm just going to try to shape my nose just a tiny bit with this. Again, I'm pretty sure this has shimmer in it. It does, just a little bit. It's not that bad though, I don't think. I'm not totally hating it. It did give me a little bit of color to the cheeks. And I mean, if you can see that little bit of bronze there. So I'm not totally like, no. I would probably use it again, especially if I was in a pinch. So that's the shade right there. Now I'm super excited to go into this Wet n Wild Color Icon Pearlescent Pink. You guys, I wore this color when I was either in high school or my 20s. And I love it. I Just love it. It is so, so gorgeous. I'm just going to take a domed brush like this. If you guys know Wet n Wild, you want to... They are so pigmented. Like, I probably did not even tap this off enough, but that's okay. Yes, right there. Do you guys see that beautiful peach? Oh my goodness. Oh man, it is taking me back. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but my skin is glowing. And all I used on it was that BB cream that I just told you guys about. I mean, you guys just saw. But my skin is super glowing and I am loving this. So that blush has a little bit of a kind of a sheen to it, like I told you. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna try. Turn off my ring light real quick and see if that'll help. So you can see kind of the peachy shade there. Turn it back on. Whew. There we go. Can you guys see that? It is so, so pretty. Come on, focus. There we go. Bring me back to life. Oh my god, you guys, I love this blush. I need to stop. I'm using way too much. But oh my god, I love blush. So, because I used way too much, because y'all know how I am with the blush, I'm just going to take that down just a little bit. Again, we do not have a highlighter. That goes in another video. So, what was I going to do for highlighter? Oh, that's right. I was going to take this eye palette. This is the Nude Eye Palette by LA Colors, and it has 2 highlighting shades in it. And I'm actually going to take this pinky one right here on a Wet n Wild highlighting brush from the 2017 brush collection. And we're just going to go ahead and highlight a little bit. It is like a perfect highlighting shade. You can use this as a highlighter, as eyeshadow, and totally get away with it. Can you guys see that? Hi. Loving it. Swirl, tap, buff. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's so pretty. And this is not like totally bam in your face. I didn't wet my brush. I mean, if you wet your brush, this is going to be bam, like ba-bam into your face. But right now, it's pretty glowy and subtle, which I like. Especially on days like today. I'm not really doing much right now. So, don't really need to glow to the gods right now. I like it. I think it's really pretty. So, Nick should be about home, so I don't want you guys to have to deal with the dogs barking. So I'm going to save the lippy for when I come back, the mascara. I also have an eyeliner, and I'm missing something. But we're going to finish up this face of makeup as soon as I come back, and I will see you guys in just a minute. Ready? Alright, you guys, so to wrap up this video, we are going to go ahead and move into concealer, which, again, is the Dramatic Volume Mascara. I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. I'm super excited because the brush looks really promising. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Troublemaker brush, but also the Paracone, which is one of my favorite mascaras, like ever, and ever, ever, and ever, ever. So, I really hope I'm not going to be disappointed. Ooh, y'all look. Excited. I'm excited. This might be the first and ever. Oh, let me just hush for a minute. Okay, so I've only applied it to one eye so far. Here's my honest opinion, what I think. I think that this is going to be one of those mascaras that I'm probably going to have open for a day or two. And then once the air hits it, okay, that's not too bad. Once the air hits it, I don't know, it just starts to work better. That's just my opinion, because right now, I'm not loving it. I like the brush. I just think it's the formula maybe that I'm not liking, because I always do very well with brushes like these. They just really get in there and they just, yeah. So far I'm just not liking the formula, I think. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Just like trying so hard not to get this on my eyeshadow because it's like a light pinky. And I just don't want mascara all over the place. Okay, this eye is a little bit better, I think. But, I mean, if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that you can generally see my eyelashes in that when you, after I put on mascara, because they're kind of long. I'm going to try going in with another coat or two, just to see if I get those spider lashes. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. Boy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop because I've already got an eyeshadow on my eyelid, which I'm gonna fix real quick. I'm not gonna give up on that mascara though, because like I said, I think after a day or two of it being open, it'll be a lot better. And you know, it gets that little bit of air to it, and it's like, oh yeah. So, I will use it in another video just to prove it. Just kind of happens sometimes where, you know, they're just so new, they need that little bit of air to hit it, and then the formula just gets that much better. If you know what I'm talking about, comment below, because I know I'm not the only one that thinks that. I've heard other beauty YouTubers say that before. And I was like, girl, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, I know it's not just moi. I mean, that looks okay. Now, for eyeliner, I'm going to go ahead and just go into this palette. I'm just going to, I feel like I just got eyeliner mascara on my bottom lash. I'm just going to go ahead and go into this palette, into this kind of dark shade that I put on my outer crease here. I'm just going to line the lashes with that, or lash line with that. You guys, I really am digging this palette. It's super pretty. All of the colors are really pretty. And there's like hardly any fallout. Like, LA Colors, you did that. I'm a little shook right now. I can't get over that. There's always fallout with their eyeshadows. I mean, not that that's a big deal, because as long as the pigment's there, I'm with it. Like, I love me some good eyeshadows, but I just cannot believe that there's no fallout. Like, what? Has anybody else tried this palette? If you have, what did you think of it? Curious. Just give it a little smoky eye effect, you know? Whoever says you cannot wear a smoky eye in the daytime is sadly mistaken. There are no rules to makeup except for blend and have fun. I think I just told my mother that the other day. There are no rules to makeup except for blend and have fun. Remember that when you are putting on your makeup. Alright, so the last and final step, I'm really excited to go on with this lip color, you guys, because she looks so gorgeous. This is called Bloom Spring. So here is what their applicator looks like if you guys are not familiar with these lippies by Broadway Colors. Ooh, she bright. And if you have not used these before, they smell good. It's kind of like a vanilla-y scent. It doesn't linger very long, but they do. They smell really good. And they're pretty opaque. I used to have the nude one. I ended up getting rid of it. Just because it didn't look good on my skin tone, I didn't think. It was just a little too nude. But... and you guys saw that, how opaque this is. I didn't have to build this up. I just chose to. So I have this line on my lip over here. And it like never wants to hold pigment. I don't know why. It just doesn't. And you guys, it drives me so crazy. Even if I use lip liner, it's like it doesn't want to hold the pigment. And then it makes my lip look deformed. Do you have any area of your face that doesn't like to hold pigment, like up in your eyes, your cheeks? Please comment down below and let me know. I just think it's crazy. And it like always makes me go out of the line. Crazy. You know what? I'm cool. I made a mistake. Whatever. It's just gonna look like I have a Kool-Aid mustache. A finger test. Little setting spray. And I am with it. So this is the final look. I'm not gonna take this down because my hair is looking a little crazy today. It's wash day. So this is the final look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video of dollar store makeup. I will list all of the products down below. If you guys have seen this challenge or done it yourselves, please leave your channel down below because I would love to watch your video. If you are new here, again, what's up? My name is Tasha and I love makeup. Like, I am obsessed. I cannot get enough. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, if you would not mind sharing my channel, I would really appreciate it. If you know anybody that might enjoy it, enjoy my personality, whatever. If you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and do not forget to hit the bell notification so that you are notified every time I upload a video, which is 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye.